Hello everyone, welcome back to another Train Sim World 6 video. Today is a very special day because the Great Western Express Remaster has just dropped for all platforms, including Generation 8 consoles, which is pretty surprising that those are still being supported. But anyway, this remaster is one of the biggest, if not the biggest updates, well, free updates, ever put in the game. It's Liam of Grump Dog Games, with help from Dovetail Games, basically remade the entire route and brought it up to modern standards. So if we go into Great Western Express, we go into timetable. I believe all the scenarios are unchanged, but don't quote me on that. So you can see we have the OG 2016 timetable, the Diesel Legends of the Great Western timetable, and we have a brand new 2017 timetable. So if we take a look at this, well, this timetable is the second largest ever put on a UK TSW route. It has 4,674 services in total, with 1,335 of them being playable. And up to 23 UK add-ons later on. I couldn't list them all off the top of my head, so you'll just have to go and find a list for yourself. There's a full London Underground timetable, with all Circle and Hammersmith and City Line services playable from Paddington to Westbourne Park using the class 484 from Island Line 2022 in a new London Underground livery to represent when it was still the D-Stock trains. There's a full Heathrow Connect timetable using the class 350/1 from West Coast Main Line South in a Heathrow Connect unbranded livery, to represent the class 360, which you don't have in the game. The 350 is the closest that they could get. There's a Riviera Line class 802 test service from Riviera. There's Central Line AI using the 1972 stock from West Coast Main Line South. None of those are playable. Cross Country AI using the class 220, and a few of those services are playable, but only as short depot moves. There's London Overground Mile May Line AI traffic, which requires the Mile May Line, and is the only layer that I don't have. There's additional freight, including services from cargo lines 1, 2, and 4, rail tour traffic, and a lot more. So, the remaster updates are full lighting overhaul, route scenery and texture overhaul, 2 new stations with full London Underground branding at Royal Oak and Westbourne Park, new London Underground platforms at Ealing Broadway, massive audio upgrade including brand new rail singing sounds. All Great Western Express and Diesel Legends stock have been upgraded with new wheel blur, guard mode, suspension, reworked lighting and weather visual effects, and some much needed bug fixes. And along with that, the Class 805 by All Aboard got some updates, and there's some Xbox platform reduction, layer reduction to avoid crashes. There's some node issues on Gen 8, and there's some discounts currently available on Steam if you're over on there. So let's have a look at the services. First off, we have the HST. This has been fully upgraded to TSW6 standards and comes in 2 new liveries, GWR Green and First Great Western Blue. This is normally unbranded, but I have a couple of mods from Spratty Heath and Leica, which you can find a link to in the description, that adds First Great Western's dynamic lines livery to this stock. It doesn't show up on here. You can also do some stuff. There's a couple of light loco runs in the HST, which is very interesting, and most of the services use 8-car formation, 8 coach formations. There are some that use 7-car. Yeah. Next up, the Class 166, which has gotten upgraded to full TSW6 standards, and the Class 165 has been added in 2 and 3-car formations, and First Great Western, unbranded First Great Western Blue has been added for the Class 165 and 166. Yeah, I also have a mod which adds First Great Western dynamic lines to all of these. Glad to see the 165 in the game finally. It's a unit that I have much experience with, and I can't wait to give it a try today. Next up, we have the Class 350 doing some Heathrow Connect services, which seem to be every half an hour or so in each direction, which is decent. A couple of light loco runs into Euro Phoenix Class 37/7. You might be wondering why the Class 47 layers in. That is for one sleeper service using the Mark IIIs from Preston to Carlisle. And yeah, it's just one sleeper service and some depot moves. We have the inimitable Class 66 and the EWS. Wait a minute, where can I find them? I've got so many different versions. We have DB Schenker and EWS. Both of these versions have gotten updated to TSW6 standards, dynamic suspension, new sound, not new sounds, well, sounds ported over from the EWS 66 from Southeastern High Speed, the Armstrong Powerhouse Enhancement Pack sounds. And I must say, it is very nice to finally have a DB Schenker 66 that actually sounds good. The Class 802 does a couple of test runs and some depot moves, which is very nice to see, because in 2017 they were just starting to test these bad boys out. Obviously they're everywhere now on the Great Western Main Line. Flying Scotsman layers in from East Coast Main Line for 2 rail tours and 2 depot moves. The Class 484, as I said before, layers in for a ton of services, just 5 minutes in each direction from Paddington to Westbourne Park via Royal Oak and back, but it is very nice to have that in the game, and it also shows up as AI at Ealing Broadway. And then the Class 220 layers in for some depot moves and AI going off the map toward Manchester, I think. So yeah, that's the timetable. Let's hop in and actually play this massive new update. Alright, and welcome to London Paddington, everybody. We're at, what platform is this? Platform 14, just opposite the London Underground platforms. As you can see, we do have a D stock in air quotes over there. And my goodness, with this new timetable, Paddington is absolutely hopping. So, as you can see, I do have a branding patch to add the really nice looking First Great Western Dynamic Lines livery in place of the unbranded First Great Western one. Then we also have a, what is this? Is this a 165 or 166? Can't tell. Let's see. Are you a 165? You're a 166. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to tell between the two because they're basically identical both in real life and in game, and since the 165 can run 3-car versions, yeah. So, as you can see, First Great Western interior as well, and the GWR interior, of course, from the, yeah, because we originally just got the GWR version. There's some more turbo networkers over there, HST in GWR green, a HST, oh goodness, in First Great Western Dynamic Lines blue, and I believe in the if you select the First Great Western, if the First Great Western HST spawns, it has a chance of some of the coaches in the consist being GWR, so we'll have to see if we can spot that today. There's a GWR green HST, another one, and another one. This station is so busy now. Paddington was a ghost town when in the original, both the original timetables. Okay, so it doesn't look as though any of the GWR green coaches have substituted in. Paddington, as you can see, has had a full refresh from the ground up. Since this was one of the original routes in the game, this route didn't even have light baking, so Liam had to add light baking to this route in order to get the new lighting to work. And I must say, it's been pulled off exquisitely. This is probably one of, if not my favorite stations in the game now. Oh, and I forgot to show you, you can't see it that well. See the distortion? That's heat haze. That is a brand new effect to the game. Never been done before. Concourse, no two-dimensional people anymore. The branding patch I have adds First Great Western ticket machines, which is pretty cool. More London Underground over there. Obviously this is pre-Elizabeth Line, so no Elizabeth Line stuff around, unfortunately. But hey ho, it is what it is. Oh man. Oh, there is one thing. If we zoom over here, instead of, unfortunately, the developers couldn't model Paddington, so they modeled the donkey instead, because that's the dovetail animal, apparently. Yeah. Overall, a substantial update to the best London terminal station, in my opinion. See if any did any GWR coaches substitute in? I don't think so. Anyway, I'm in a wall. Sorry about that, viewers. That's another HST. There's our train. Yeah. Our service today is 2 Romeo 17 London Paddington to Reading, a local stopper service. So let's get going. I know we spent a lot of time in photo mode, but I just wanted to show you Paddington. Neutral. Unlock the doors. DRA on, since we are at a red signal. Let's put you to day. Safety systems on. That D stock will be heading underground in a minute. There's another HST. No, there's an HST coming in there, and that's another one leaving, I think. And there's another D stock in the distance there. We also have a functional GSMR now. There we go. For some reason, wait a minute. It didn't register our service as 2 Romeo 17. It just registered it as 01. Also, the units which came in this on this route before have had a substantial upgrade in terms of sounds. Had all the sounds remixed. Here's the interior. God mode is added on all the stock, of course. Oh, there goes a D stock. Noise. Yeah. Unfortunately, no HST farewell pack yet, but that's something I can live with. There is one major omission on this route, though, that I have to point out. There is no GWR Class 387, and in real life in 2017 there were GWR 387s running between Hayes and Harlington and Paddington, and despite being in quite a lot of the promotional images for this remaster, they just seem to have simply vanished and haven't been talked about, so very odd. Oh, I've left the DRA on. Oops. Next stop, Ealing Broadway in 5 miles. Oh, gotta be careful. Red signal. Wait for signal to change. Let's just sneak up to the signal.
The next station is Ealing Broadway. This is a Great Western Railway service to Reading.
Yep, that is the brand new announcement. We should be able to hear the rail singing, but I want to get out of Paddington first. It is very congested here, which I absolutely adore because... Right. DRA... We have to put the DRA on. It's regulation. Let's watch this D stock take off. Oh, here comes another turbo networker. Let's see. So GWR 3 car on the front, and First Great Western. Is that a 2 car? 2 car on the back. Alright. Are you gonna let me through now? Yes, you are. Right. DRA off. Notch 5. Notch 7. These things are pretty slow to accelerate. Oh, wow. We set... Us and the 484 set off almost at the same time. As you can see, the D-Stock still has the 484 class numbers, which is a relic of its being used as a what is it? As originally an Island Line model. So I don't think Liam could do anything about that. But it's nice to just see them. Wait, AI whistles. I forgot that was a new addition. That's awesome. Oh, crumbs. Slow down. Oh. Right. maximum beans. There is a lot of stock running around here. There's the D stock, I should say, is going to stop at Royal Oak there. Yeah. Also, I should mention that the scope of the route has not really been changed by this add-on. There's another First Great Western 2 car and a GWR 3 car. Nice. The size of the route has not been changed. There have been no extensions of any kind, which I'm kind of sad about because I was sort of hoping we'd get the Thames Valley lines and maybe an extension to Heathrow or Oxford or something. But yeah, remasters, as I learned, remasters are never about the scope of are just keeping the scope of the original route and updating it to modern standards, never extending it. As I've learned, there's the underground line coming up there. There's Westbourne Park. So yeah, underground services are only drivable between Paddington and Westbourne Park, which only takes 5 minutes, but they're all playable, which is very nice. 4,000 services. This route feels alive like it never did before, and the new vegetation, the foliage, the sound updates, the rail singing, the everything. It's massive. The amount of stuff that's been done to this add-on to bring it up to modern standards like it should have been. This is what I think about a remaster, is that this is what the route should have been when it released all those years ago, when it released over 8 years ago. And the fact that took this long to bring it up to modern standards is a shame, but alright, let's try and get some rail singing footage. You could just hear it there. So listen very carefully. Oh man, you heard that right? The rail singing, I believe, is brand new to the game, but I am open to correction on that. There's the bridge, the cross bridge to Old Oak Common. We are now going to be clear up to 80 and then 85 miles an hour. Oh man, oh, the bridge to Old Oak Common's completely new. Look at that! Oh man. There's North Pole Depot on the left there. That's where, in real life, the Hitachi IETs are now serviced and brought up to scratch. Oh, man. There is oh, hello! Class 47 rail tour with the Mark IIs and Flying Scotsman. Hello there. How do I frame this? Try and frame this so the 165 is like in the, yeah. Let's take that. That's so cool. I didn't even plan the service to coincide with the rail tour, but there you go. There's no, that's North Pole Depot. There's an HST over there. There's Old Oak Common on the right there. Lots of trains there. Let's have a look. Why don't we? Let's see. Is there? There's not too many trains. There's an 08 from Diesel Legends, newly updated to modern standards. There's a 47. Oh, it's the sleeper train. That's why it's got the Mark IIIs on the back. And there is one HST, so not too much around. Hello! Class 350. Doing the Heathrow Connect service. There's... Ooh, hello, 802. Look at all that... Look at all this stuff. There's the 802 waiting at North Pole Depot for its next service. 2 miles to Ealing Broadway. Oh man, I'm nearly talking myself hoarse. I'm just rail fanning everywhere. It's just beautiful. And look at the new vegetation, man. It's awesome. Here's active mainline. Yeah, AI horns, of course. Yeah. So as I said, the First Great Western branding is a mod. Unbranded by default. There's a DB Schenker 66. There's another 66 with a Cargo Line Volume 2 HOAs, like the graffiti ones, and then the ones that come with the DB Schenker ones. 1 mile to Ealing Broadway, so let's cut the power. There's some MFAs up from Southeastern High Speed up right there. I'm struggling to keep up. There's so much stuff going on. It's nuts. And this route is performing pretty decently, I've heard, on consoles. And it seems my computer's liking this as well. It's not too bad, considering the sheer variety of services. There's the... I want to say District Line, but...
We are now approaching Ealing Broadway.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform and take care when stepping down from the train.
Oh boy. No. I think we left this far too late. There's a 1972 stock there. That's representing the S stock because... Right, emergency. Slow down! I think we might make it. But it'll be close. We might make the platform. Yes! Okay. Oh, not too far off. There's another turbo networker. Bit of an overshoot.
This is Ealing Broadway. Do not try to board or
I want to do something real quick. I actually want to go to audio, cab announcements, up to 100% so you can actually hear.
the train when the doors are closing. This is a Great Western Railway service to Reading. The next
Yeah, there's another 165 in GWR green this time. Having the 165 in GWR green, I've ridden on that train many times, and to have it in the game. It's a 1972 stock. So this is like, I believe, District Line. There goes the Networker Turbo. My goodness, I'm having trouble keeping up with all the action that's happening. This is like the first TSW route in a long time where I'm actually having trouble trying to narrate everything that's going on. Like, this update is that comprehensive. Is there any HSTs? Because, yeah. I don't believe there are any services there. Yeah, there aren't any services that stop at the 2 high-speed platforms, which is prototypical for these lines. Oh, there's the second band seat. Is it now deployed by default? Huh. Not... Oh, there goes an HST powering toward Reading. The amount of stuff that's just going on is just bananas. The amount of detail and variety that has been packed into this route, the timetable, the everything. I'm just going to say this right now. Look, there's a 1972 stock. This is the best route in Trains and World, hands down. I know I've been talking a lot about how Preston to Carlisle by Just Trains is was my favourite route in the game, and mind you, that was absolutely excellent, but this can't be beat for timetable variety. There's another HST. Timetable variety, sheer amount of stuff to do, it's just nuts. And the detail of everything. You can tell I'm excited, right? Oh my goodness, this thing's... I forgot how slow these network of turbos were. We're going flat out and only doing 20 miles an hour. Next stop is Southall, which has had bilingual signage added, apparently. So we better take it out. So we better keep an eye out for that. Southall famously has bilingual English and Hindi signage, and still has that today, apparently. TPWS appears to have been activated on this train. Nice. Yeah, I don't think we can open the windows though, unfortunately, still. But I don't think Liam was able to make any changes to the physical models to get these to animate. That's just like a relic of how old this train is, unfortunately. But it is what it is, unfortunately. He wasn't able to animate them. But yeah, look at the scenery. Just look at it. It's so detailed. Mind you, some of the old scenery on GWE was not bad at all. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, some of the details of, like, Active Mainline were decent. And still held up in some respects. But this is just on another level. It's just... I'm actually struggling to put into words how nuts this is. There goes the Greenford branch up there. Because I believe it just passed by West Drayton. And I believe we do have Greenford AI, two 3-car trains. Yeah, I get English. Man. This is, other than the Tadami line coming out, which is by Uni Workshop, and that route has been in the works for literal years at this point, and it's been announced for years as well. This is the one update or DLC that I was most looking forward to. And Liam, despite the age that it took, did not disappoint in any regard. That scenery is so much better than before. It's just blank before, and now look at it! Let's go on up ahead. Hang on. I better do this quickly so we don't get to Southall. Listen to this. Hello, Shed! Ocean Network Express from Engineering Express. MFA train. Right, let's shut the power off, get the brakes on. Slowly. The turbo networkers, yeah, not really good for short stopping services. And the fact that Cargo Lines Volumes 1, 2, and 4 were designed specifically with Great Western Express in mind and had layers in the 2016 timetable, and have layers in the 2017 timetable. Oh! Look! Southall Depot! Brand new asset, that! It was just a generic depot before that you could even enter. Now look at it! It's brilliant! Look at it! That's my favourite place in the entirety of Trains in the World now. I played around a bit with this before I recorded this video, and I was just exploring Southall Depot. Ooh, 08. And it's brilliant! Liam has done such a good job that it is beyond belief how good this is. It's just nuts how well everything's been put together, and the fact that this is a free update available for all existing owners is just bananas. Like, if this is a route coming out in the modern day, I'd have paid full price. Paid full price for this. Say this is a route that was coming out and it hadn't been in the game before. Bit of an overshoot, but we'll. But I think I might have to restart the service before that sound update that I did comes in. But hey ho, it is what it is. I love that first Great Western Dynamic Lines branding. Pity it's a PC only mod, but I can see why they weren't allowed to do it. Let's have a look at Southall Depot, why don't we? There's an 08. There's a Mach 3 buffet. And yeah, not too much going on here. Looks as though there's a Mark 1 guards van. Some chaps larking about. And some stock. Yeah, and it just looks, everything looks right. It feels right. Like, I've seen that building in real life, and it looks right. It feels right. It's just, I think the only thing annoying about this update is that the NPCs still do bizarre stuff that they shouldn't be allowed to do, but that's just NPCs on every route in the entire game. Next stop, Hayes and Harlington.
The next station is
There we go.
This is a great
Oh, the Hayes and Harlington announcements do seem to be a bit broken, because it just said the next station is Haight, and then it didn't say anything more. So hopefully that was in the preview stream. I noticed that in the preview stream as well. That water tower on the right, I think that's a water tower anyway, seems, I think it's gotten completely retextured and now points toward Heathrow, as it should do. FKAs, HOAs, MFAs. From this route, Cargo Line Volume 2 and Southeastern High Speed respectively. Yeah, and then on top of Great Western Express coming out, we had the announcement of the release date. We had 2 new remasters announced. Schnellfahrstrecke Köln to Aachen, which got the new timetable last year, is also getting remastered. and East Coastway is getting remastered in preparation for the Class 171 and 377 pack. Like, I literally just picked up East Coastway to prepare for that remaster. Ooh, is that a new parking lot? I think it is. That is a new parking lot. Look at the foliage detail. HST! Oh my goodness, I'm literally beginning to squeak with excitement. Oh my word. I am quite familiar with the Paddington to Reading line. And this is one of the first routes that I ever got in the game. Must be almost 3 years ago now. And the fact that Liam was able to upgrade it to this standard, setting a new bar for basically all the routes in the entire game, is just bananas. It's almost incomprehensibly good, this update. It's not without its faults, a few minor ones here and there, but it is very, very good. The main complaint I seem to see people having about it is it wasn't updated to have the Elizabeth line. But considering this route was never meant to be set in the Elizabeth line era, it just doesn't, it just makes sense to update it and then keep it at 2017 standards. So at 2016, yeah, I'm beginning to get my years mixed up, I do apologize. Right, here we go, Hayes and Harlington. This is as far as you can drive the Class 350 in Heathrow Connect livery from... Oh, hello. People are walking through the footbridge. Oh, typical NPCs. Just gotten resigned to it at this point. Right, 30 seconds early. That is efficiency. Onto the brakes, and there we go.
Do not try to board or leave the train when the
Tile paving on the platform edge.
Platform
As
announcements.
the train arrives, please mind the step from the platform onto the train. Platform 3 for the...
I'm not surprised this is happening because the NPCs in this game are just so... Oh, hello, 350. Are just so chronically glitched, it's not funny. That's what I want to see, like an update from the ground up to completely make the HSTs good, like the NPCs, not HSTs, good again. Like just... Yeah, I would love to see an update for the NPCs in this game, like a full upgrade to make them like good. I think we had an HST pass by. Oh man, forgot how dang slow these turbine networkers were, man. Oh man, that is realistic though. They are very sluggish. But yeah, when I am really hoping that this route does get the GWR 387s from for whatever it is, for the Hayes and Harlington to London services. There is the Heathrow Airport Junction, which is as far as the electrification extends in this area. There are catenary poles put up after this, but not much OHLE, and it's not active, so yeah. You can actually, in the Class 802 test run that you can do, you can actually change it from diesel to electric mode after you're past Airport Junction, as you're heading to Paddington, to temporarily put it in electric mode until you arrive at Paddington. Alright, this bridge here is completely retextured and brand new as far as I'm aware. It looks very nice, very well rusted, very nice. There, yeah, look, just catenary poles. Yeah. 1 mile to West Drayton, which means I got that station that for the Greenford branch mixed up. I do apologize, viewers. rail singing? It sounds so good. Ooh, Turbo Networker in the on the fast track. 2 GWR3 cars. Right, notch 2 please, not 3. Yeah, these things are very slow to brake as well.
We are now approaching West Drayton.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
Easy does it. Yeah, this is a local stopper service that I chose for today because I thought we might want to take as much time to just take this route in through the pores and for me, have a bit of a first look at it, because I'm brand new to this route, and yeah, I've been really looking forward to this. Like, it's not even funny how much I've been looking forward to this. NPCs seem to be going through the footbridge. Oh crumbs, that's the end of the platform. Okay, that's a tad of an overshoot. Nebworth. Oops. The entire front coach. Oh, there goes the Turbo Networker. Let's have a look at it. Rail singing, and... nice. Oh, and here comes an HST. Alright, let's prepare to be off. I forgot to check Southall's signage. Oops. Next stop, Slough in 5 miles, which is basically the halfway point along the route. I know this Great Western Express has never been one for extensive track coverage, but if you have Trainsim Classic, you could just pick up the Just Trains Great Western Main Line that has basically the entire Great Western Main Line from Paddington to Bristol to Cardiff, Swansea, Penzance, Exeter. Basically, but that add-on is a bit old. It's from like 2015, but you can't beat it for route coverage. This route has never really been about the coverage, it's been about the stock, it's been about the timetable, and now that both of those are at modern standards with modern announcements, and yeah. This is probably going to become my most played route in the entire game. Like, I'm not even joking. You're going to see a lot more GWE content coming up on my channel. And I mean a lot. I'm going to put this remaster through its paces and really show the serious extent to which Liam has outdone himself with this superb remaster. And I know that was I know it sounds like I might be singing his praises too highly, but no, he is a literal master of making good remasters. He did the West Somerset Railway, he's done Cathcart Circle, he's working on East Coast Way, and now he's given us this absolute gem. And I truly mean it. This is a gem of a route remaster. And I must say, if East Coast Way is going to be up to these standards, wow. I have high hopes for the East Coast Way remaster. Especially with the new timetable that they're doing with like Class 700 AI. What station is this? I don't know. Alright. 3.5 miles to Slough. We might finally get up to 90 miles an hour, but don't count on it. What's our top speed anyway? 90 miles an hour. Okie dokie. Let's see if we can get this thing up to her top speed. And I forgot to point this out earlier, for which I do apologize, but the 165 and 166 layer onto Riviera, the 166 layers onto the Brighton Main Line, and the GWR HST layers onto ScotRail Express and Riviera. Not sure why it layers onto ScotRail Express, but there you go. There's an HST. Oh, I love that Dynamic Lines livery, man. Just looks stylish. So stylish. Pity they got rid of it. If there are any 165s or 166s preserved when they're finally retired, I hope they're preserved in the first Great Western livery and not in the GWR green, because I believe first Great Western looks a lot better. And I'm not saying this as hate on the... Oh my goodness, I'm getting 60 frames? Wow! That... On modern routes, that almost never ever happened for me. This route is behaving really nicely. Anyway, where was I? The GWR green is a great livery. I really do like it. We're at 85 miles an hour. What unit number is this? 165119. I might have ridden on this unit in real life. You just never know. 55 limit coming into Slough. Oh man. I'm just... Can you blame me for absolutely just loving on this remaster? Let's see if we can get a good shot there with the HST. If we add like a bit of depth, no, motion blur, no, depth of field first, motion blur later. Oh, what? Is it not? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's turn that up. Okay, the focal point's being a tad weird. Have I found a bug? Does this thing not work with... Yeah, look, it's defocusing the wrong areas. Hang on, if I put this to 100, wouldn't that invert it? No. I don't get what's going on there, man. Let's just add some motion blur. There we go. Screenshot saved. Thank you kindly. Alright, let's slow her down. Man. So, I wonder what stops we have after this. So we have Slough, Burnham, Taplow, Maidenhead, my personal favourite, Twyford, and Reading. Maidenhead's the station I probably have the most experience with, but out of all of them, I think Paddington looks the best. Not to hate on Maidenhead, of course. Maidenhead is a nice station. Ooh, nice. Oh, first Great Western and GWR green. All. Oh man, I love just the way first Great Western and GWR green intermingle. It's just such a nice feature to have. Right. Okay, let's slow down. Slough. Probably the third biggest station on the route after Paddington and Reading. Let's keep slowing down. We are slightly late, but hey ho, doesn't matter. I've been having fun. This is where this is also where the Windsor and Eton Central branch comes off. And stop. 18 seconds late. Alright, see, is there... Wait a minute, I just want to check. I know there's green for the AI. Is there any... Okay, there is one service that departs from Platform 6. Are there any that go to Windsor and Eton Central? Yes, there is Windsor and Eton Central AI. What about Marlow? Marlow AI. Yes. Oh, from Platform 5? Yes, Bourne and Marlow. Yes, that's very good. What about, Henley? Yes. All of the branches have AI. That is very good. I wish they had been included, of course, but I'm just glad to get AI. Alright. That's 20 seconds till we're supposed to go. Let's get a bit of an early start, why don't we, since we were running late earlier. Please shut the doors. Thank you kindly. Maximum juice, and off we go. It is common to I believe it is common to thrash these things. Yeah. Also, just as a reminder, the first Great Western branding patches, there are 2 of them that I'm using, can be found from the collection linked in the description. Next stop, Burnham, in 2.5 miles. There goes the Windsor and Eton Central branch off to the left there. Also, another reason I love GWE is it's short but sweet. There's a lot of detail condensed into a pretty short route, and I know a lot of people are like, why couldn't they have extended it to Didcot or Oxford or even Swindon? But I don't think that was the point of the remaster. The remaster was just to bring it up to modern standards and not like extend the route in any way. That would have been a completely different project as far as I'm aware. But I don't like GWE is just very good for short runs. Like I have like a lot of other men of my age on the internet these days. I have a pretty short attention span, and so after about an hour and a half of driving a virtual train, after about an hour and 5 minutes of driving a virtual train, I start losing interest, and my brain starts to wander all over the place. The maximum what is it? You know, like service time for passenger service on this line is what we're doing right now, and it takes an hour and 1 minute according to the timetable. But I don't care. I think this, I want to get it done and over with relatively quickly, and so this route is basically perfect for that. I hope you follow my reasoning. Made sense to myself. I don't know if it makes sense to anyone else. That bridge looks nice. That bridge that we just went over. Look at the ties in between the rails. Very good. The OHLE, the buildings to the left and right. It just all looks right. It makes sense. Notch 1 on the brakes as we come into Burnham. There goes a FGW HST. Oh, we're driving that in the next video, viewers. Don't you worry. Well, we are going to be giving that thing a thorough test.
We are now approaching Burnham.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping.
We are coming up on one of my favourite landmarks on the route. Just after Burnham, but before Maidenhead. Right, brakes. We are a minute early. We have managed to absolutely thrash the engines in this thing. Does that bit look? That bit looks decent. I was thinking, is that the first bit of bad scenery that we've seen? Oh, Burnham Station looks nice. I love that blue roof, man. Nowadays, Burnham is an exclusively Elizabeth Line station. Right, onto the brakes. 20 seconds early. Nice.
This is Burnham. Do not try to board or leave the train when the doors are closing. This is a Great Western Railway service to Reading. The next station is Taplow.
I know the announcements are AI, but considering I've heard the GWR announcements quite a few times, I think they're pretty spot on. Look at those. Look at the dynamic lines, man. I just love that livery. And we've got a green one on the back. It's just even better. A bridge here. A little road underneath. Oh, whoa! Fast chap heading through at velocity. Next stop is no Taplow. Oh, I forgot. There is I forgot Taplow. Oops. Right. We do have hill start functionality. Brake hold button is simulated now. 1.5 miles to Taplow, and yeah, everything's running as intended.
The next station is Taplow. This is a Great Western Railway service to Reading.
I know a lot of people rightly grumbled how long it took the Great Western Express remaster to come to fruition. I'm like, I think it did. As much as my past self would probably hate me for saying this, I believe that this remaster was fully worth the wait, and This is the best train sim world route ever devised by mankind, ever devised by Dovetail Games. I almost said devised by mankind, but then I realized it wouldn't make much sense. This thing is so slow. We've covered half a mile and are only doing 40 miles an hour. Oh my word. This thing is probably, out of the 3 major families of British DMUs that we have, the Sprinters, what are the other ones? I'm trying to remember. The Turbo Stars, those are the ones, and the Turbo Networkers. The Turbo Networkers are easily the slowest easily the slowest. Someone should set up a drag race. I don't know how they would do it, but they need to. Nice little detailed little work area there. I wonder why the catenary between Burnham and Taplow is almost fully set up, but the catenary in other areas is not so up to, is not too. Yeah, it's a bit of a, yeah, but it is authentic. This is a, this was done to the best of, the research was done to the best of their ability to dovetail Liam's, to Grump Dog Games' Liam's ability, and that catenary should be accurate for this time period, so I'm not going to argue. I'm just wondering what the rationale for behind GWR's decision to do that was. Hello, 165, 166, you're a 165. Alright, on to the brakes. I get to arrive early, which is very nice. Don't want to go all the way down there. Bit of an early stop. 3 seconds early. Oh man. Would I consider this a quote-unquote study level experience? No. Would I consider this the best a train sim has to offer? Yes. Absolutely yes. Like, no arguments. Like, this is awesome. Alright, we do have 10 seconds. Let's shut those doors. Okay, we didn't roll backward, that's good. 2 miles to Maidenhead, and in between there and Maidenhead, we will have my favourite landmark on the entire route. Well, landmark, not station, landmark.
Maidenhead. This is a Great Western Railway service to Reading.
This route is just performing so well. I don't know how it's doing as well. 59-ish frames per second is awesome for a route up to TSW6 standards. Riviera Line would certainly not be performing as well as this by now. How has Liam done it? How has he managed to get this route optimized so well? Like, even Just Trains can't achieve this level of performance, of just pure TSW performance-y goodness. Oh man, it looks good, it performs well, it has a ton of features. Oh man, I just can't stop seeing the praises of this route. And here comes my favorite landmark on the route, and you might be thinking, wait a minute, there's nothing coming up. Oh yes, there is. And here it is. It's Eisenbahn Kingdom Brunel's Brick Bridge, the world's largest freestanding brick bridge anywhere in the world, still in use today. Oh, the scenery looks decent. It's not too plentiful, but there's enough there to make looking from the track like it looks very good from the track. Like that vista looks very nice. Like that bridge there. And what do I see? It's a shed. And it looks like a Cargo Line Volume 2 HOA shed. DB Schenker with Cargo Line Volume 2 HOAs on the back. Nice! Alright, we do have a 75 limit coming up. Let's just gently apply the brakes as we come into Maidenhead. Maidenhead is also where the Marlow branch came off, if I haven't said that before. How much of the Marlow branch have they actually modelled? I do want to see, because they certainly didn't model too much for the OG GWE.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
Oh man, the dynamic suspension is working wonders. Though, some people have reported experiencing blurry textures on consoles, but a apparent solution to that is actually switching off the dynamic suspension, because that frees up some performance. Maidenhead, do. There's platform 5 on the right there. There are some fast services which stop here at platform 1 and 2 in real life during rush hour, in the modern day I should say. Easy does it. We are going to be slightly late, but I don't really care. Alright, on to the brakes.
This is Maiden. Do not wait.
I have train spotted right here, well, approximately here, in real life, watching the IETs zoom past, and to see this in-game with good lighting is excellent. See, have a look at the Marlow branch. See how much they've done of that. Okay, so it used to stop about here, now it keeps going. Oh, yeah, it definitely fades out. Aw, that's a shame. I knew that would happen, but it's still a shame to see that. Oh well. Doesn't matter. At least you still see the AI from that route. Next stop, Twyford in 7 miles. And I believe that's the longest gap between stations we'll have today. We just have Twyford and Reading left to go. Right, maximum oomph into those Metro Camel engines. I believe they're Metro Camel.
Great Western Railway service to Reading.
In real life here, like this whole area is now a depot for 345 Aventras, I think. HST. Yeah, it's certainly a bit bigger than this, that's for sure. It's like for temporary train storage, not for like surfacing or anything. We do have a 90 limit in force, which is very nice. Hopefully we have time to get up to that speed. Oh man, like the scenery, the details, and everything. It's just incredible. Yeah. The GSMR, did the GSMR turn itself off? Cancel. The GSMR turn itself off. Confirm. Let's see if I can fix it. Switch it back on. Oh, it's just registering as 01 instead of 2 Romeo. 17. Ooh, hello. 66 FKA train. It's a bit of a shame that the FCAs from Cargo Line Volume 3 don't layer on, but since the FKAs are included with the base route, I can see why they wanted to include the FKAs instead of the FCAs, so it makes sense. Oh man. This whole remaster. 60 FPS still this long into a run. How? It's just... Oh man, this route just keeps delivering. The oldest passenger route in the entire game, and it's looking this good at this level of detail. Wow. Mind you, it's down to the work of several very talented people, especially Liam of Grub Dog Games, but also several people at the Dovetail team like Reese, who was Reese was involved, I believe, in enhancing the sounds for the stock, and several other members of the Dovetail team who helped out. And considering this is a free update, wow! Yeah, mind you, it does require a lot. 23 separate add-ons to layer on if you want to get a full timetable. I don't even have all the layers installed myself. I have all of them but Mildmay, and there's also the upcoming GWR HST Farewell Pack that's going to be coming soon. And that's coming soon, apparently. Don't know a release date for it yet. We have a release date for Colin Aachen. Right. 4 miles to Twyford, 75 miles an hour. So we're about halfway there and haven't even gotten up to line speed yet. That's just so typical of the turbo networkers, man. These things are so sluggish, it's not even funny. You can hear the rail singing, listen. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I forgot to mention up until now that I haven't been using the live weather mod. Today, it's just been light clouds because I wanted to show off this route at its best and not during winter. 3 miles to Twyford. There's another turbo networker. Just over 2 miles to go. Finally, we're at 88 miles an almost 88 miles an hour. "88 miles an hour, we finally left a DeLorean in the dust." Honestly, a DeLorean would have gotten to 88 miles an hour by now. For goodness sake. Let's finally start ratcheting down the throttle. Like, notch 5 should be enough. Oh man, that rail singing sounds so good. Right. Let's take that throttle offline. Oh man, I think I'm going to be doing a lot of local services between Reading and Paddington, because these are a lot of fun. This route is genuine eye candy. There's so much to see, so much to do, so much variety in everything that you genuinely don't know what the route will throw at you next. And be surprised by. Genuinely. Here's Twyford, the start of the Henley branch to Henley-on-Thames, famous for its regatta. And yeah. I think that's why the Henley branch was originally built, for the regatta. Mainly, the regatta is famous for not really it's not really famous for the regatta, but for being a haven for rich people to chatter with other rich people and get hideously drunk. But that's another story. All right, we're slightly late to Twyford, but not really. Doesn't really matter. I don't care if we're late, because I'm having a lot of fun. Oh my goodness, Twyford! Oh, the station canopy looks so good. It's so detailed. Right, onto the brakes. Stop! Thank you. Oh, nailed the stop.
This is Twyford. Do not try to board or leave the train when the doors close.
Whistle stop food. Oh, it's like a food store. Nice. As is 9:21 to Henley, so it's every half an hour. 30 seconds till we depart. Yeah, it's slightly uphill all the way from Maidenhead to Twyford to Reading. Right. And we're off again. There's another HST. Hello, sir. "5 miles to Reading," which is our last stop of the day. There are some bits we haven't covered, like the depot, there's multiple depots west of Reading which are included, but we aren't going there today. Come on. The 345 adventurers that play this route today would be at 60 miles an hour at least by now. Those adventurers are very quick, I must say. Yeah, but still running at like 56, 57 frames a second. This long into a run in TSW with an AI train is just insane. Oh, hello, it's a Cargo Line Volume 4 with trucks on the back. Oh, man. I need to take out Cargo Line Volume 4. Again, that is a good pack, especially on here where runs don't take too long. On Preston to Carlisle, I don't play Cargo Line Volume 4 military simply because it takes an absurd amount of time to get any of those services done. It takes at least 2 hours to complete a Cargo Line Volume 4 service on Preston Carlisle because you're limited to 60 miles an hour. Even if you're not looped, it takes like an hour and 55 minutes. If you're looped, it takes like 2 hours 10 minutes, which is well beyond my breaking point for any one service. I wish they were split into multiple parts. That'd be very nice, but unfortunately no. Oh yeah, look at this absolute beauty tear along the track. Oh, we do have some adverse signals coming up. We've had green signals the entire... Wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at that! This bridge did not look this good pre-remaster. Oh, that's a train. Sorry. And look at the rust detail, man! That looks awesome! Sorry if it sounds like I'm squeaking with excitement, but I am. This is epic. Absolutely epic. This is a 10 on 10 route for me. I think my only troubles with this route are the lack of the Thames Valley branch lines to Greenford, Windsor, Neaton Centre, Marlow and Henley, the lack of a Heathrow branch, the TPWS could get us if we're not careful, so let's start slowing down at least, and the lack of a GWR 387 layering in from the Brighton main line to do services between Hayes and Harlington and Paddington. But other than that, this is a perfect route, like literally perfect. 1.6 miles to Reading, and this could be an approach control signal, so I'll get down to 50 and let's see if that signal changes. I'm good to go. Hopefully this route has been updated to the new scoring so we can get a platinum medal. I think that has happened, but I don't remember if it has or not. Alright, start slowing down. You're really going to make me slow down, aren't you, game? New water effects. That looks very nice. Look at that! That's beautiful. Oh, okay, we're good. Let's get down to 40 miles an hour, which is our next limit. Ooh, there goes a service toward Red Hill. No, Reigate. Red Hill. Red Hill on the Brighton main line. which is also another route in TSW. There are Southwestern Railway services represented using the East Midlands Class 158 like on the Riviera. Unfortunately, they nobody has a Southwestern Rail license, so none of their stock can be used, unfortunately. There goes another turbo networker on its way to Paddington on the home stretch. Double yellow, very good. Oh, we're going to get into Reading with plenty of time to spare. Yeah, Reading is a pretty hefty station, so I'm just watching my frame rate drop at the moment, but yeah, one of the cool things about Reading now, there's an entirely new bus terminal and working escalators, which is pretty nice.
Take care when stepping down from the train.
Just make sure. Oh yeah. That is this run is satisfying. Very satisfying. I think I have to keep slowing down. We have plenty of time, so I'm going to keep slowing down to like 20 so TPWS doesn't get us. Crossing loop there. One cool thing about the GWR HST farewell pack will be the Mark 1 barrier coach, so the HST can pull something other than the HST non-buffer Mark 3s. Which will be pretty cool, so you could like hook it up to the Mark 2S from Preston Carlisle or the Mark 1s from the West Somerset and do shenanigans. Alright, stop. Please. There we go. Wow, we are very early into... And since this is the end of the run... Put you to tail lights, please. Thank you kindly. Welcome to wherever this is. Ready. Okay, the lighting's behaving a bit weirdly. Anyway, let's just make sure. That's no, wrong side. Come on, give us a good score, game. Give us a good score. Platinum! Only 32 points lost to speeding. Nice. So that'll be all for this video, everybody. Let me know what you think about the Great West Express Remastered down in the comments section. I will see you all next time. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications. If you are subscribed, don't forget to please do become a channel member if you can afford it, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.